Hello everyone and welcome to my video. I'm going to make this quick video to show you guys an amazing investment opportunity. All I need from you guys is just your name, date of birth, address, social security number, bank account password, and I will guarantee you these amazing returns on your investment. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't ever do something as stupid as that. But I do have an investment opportunity to talk to you guys about in this video. There's a company that I've been investing with for about a year now called Worthy Bonds. And what the company is a company that sells business bonds. And for those of you that do not know what a bond is, here's a quick description of what the definition of a bond is. So a bond is basically an IOU or a loan. It says a bond is a fixed income instrument that represents a loan made by an investor to a borrower, typically a corporate or governmental bond. There's also business bonds and a few other like state level or municipal bonds, various different bonds that have different levels of risk and different levels of return. A bond could be thought of as an IOU between the lender and the borrower that includes the details of the loan and its payment. Bonds are used by companies, municipalities, states, and sovereign governments to finance projects and operations. So basically, like I said, a bond is an IOU. You're lending money to this project, whether it's a corporate or government project, whatever it is they're needing to borrow money for, rather than they go out and borrow money from like a bank or something like that. They issue a bond, and you can buy into these different increments of a bond, similar to how you buy a stock. The interest rate is sort of more or less fixed. There are some variable rates, but most of them are just sort of a fixed rate. And there's a term of the loan, just like if you go to the bank and borrow money from the bank, you have a loan term, and then your interest rate, and then the payments and things like that. And you can buy these bonds, and they are supposed to guarantee whatever interest rate during that set period. So that's what this company is all about, Worthy Bonds. You could buy bonds through like the stock market if you're into trading stocks and like that, and you can go to one of the bigger financial places. Like I use Merrill Lynch for a lot of stuff, and there's other companies that sell stocks and bonds. But I like this company because they're strictly just business bonds, and they're very simple and easy to use. So if you're not used to dealing with the stock market, or if it's a little bit overwhelming, you don't know where to start and what to do with it, this may be a good starting point to sort of get you interested in trading stocks and get invested in the stock market without getting too overwhelmed with everything. Right on the very front page, it sort of breaks it down just as simple as you can get. It says you earn 5% interest on $10 bond purchases. The company, in a nutshell, they sell the bonds in $10 increments, and you can get any amount that you want, and then each $10 bond will earn 5% annual interest. So a little bit more details about how the company works. It shows a little diagram of how everything goes. So Worthy is the bond seller. They sell on behalf of the business owners. You buy the bonds, and they accrue interest, and then the cycle just repeats. As it says in this description, with so many complicated and expensive investment options, getting a decent return is difficult. But what if you could create a financial future aligned with your values and lifestyle? That's what Worthy will help you do. Worthy is the only platform that allows you to invest as low as $10 and earn 5% interest without having to pay any fees. And that's another great thing about this company. There's no fees. I mean, it is straightforward. You buy the $10 bond, you hold on to it however long you want to hold on to the bond, get as many of them as you want, 5% interest, and then cash out whenever you want to. A few more highlights about the business. Like I said, you can become an investor for as low as $10. You earn the fixed rate of 5%. For the year that I've been with this company, it has not changed. It has stayed at the flat 5%. You can watch the interest grow daily. It's open to all U.S. residents with a bank account. You do have to link your bank account to this company in order to fund the bonds, and also in order to make your withdrawals. It goes straight through your bank account. You can't do it with a credit card or anything like that. You can cash in your bonds at any time without paying a fee, and it's a simple way to diversify your portfolio. If there's anybody that's not familiar with how valuable 5% interest is, let's give a little comparison to the interest rates that the most high-paying banks are offering right now, like on CDs and savings account. As of October 2020, the highest overall banks are only offering less than 1% annual interest, 0.76%. Now, if you look around a few other banks, like on the CDs, you may find something that's about 1.5% if you really look around and find things. But of course, with the CD, you have to lock up that money for however long the term is, which is usually 5 years, which is another plus of Worthy Bonds. You're not locked up. You can withdraw anytime without paying a fee. Now, to give a little example of how your money will grow within the company, say you had $1,000 invested with Worthy Bonds. If you keep it in there for a year, in 12 months it will earn $52. 2 years, $106.70. 3 years, $164.24. So you can see the money will grow and compound. Now, even though I'm talking positively about this company and talking it up and bragging about it, you do need to do your own research and make sure you make your own educated financial decision. Just because I'm invested in this company, that does not guarantee that the company will be around tomorrow, the next day, or anything like that. And I also do want to point out that it is not FDIC insured because it is bonds. It says right here that we are not a bank. Our bonds are an investment product, so becoming FDIC insured does not apply to us or to most any investment product on the market. So that is one thing to consider. If you're wanting to play it safe, you may just want to keep your funds in a savings account or a CD with the bank to make sure you have that FDIC insurance at the cost of that much lower interest rate that's practically insignificant how low it is. But it is said that bonds are usually the safer investment compared to stocks. So just, again, do your own research and just make your own educated financial decision. Alright guys, now before I get into my account screen showing my funds and my personal account through Worthy, just a few other noteworthy things. You can get this on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store, as well as use this on your PC. And also, very quickly, if you find this information interesting and you are curious about signing up for Worthy Bonds, I will have a referral link. They do offer a referral program where if you refer somebody, you will both earn a free bond. So that's a free $10 for signing up if you use my referral link. I will have that link down in the description of this video. Look for the blogger post that'll take you to this list of links page, and if you scroll all the way down, it's going to be close to the bottom of the page. So scroll all the way down. When you get to the non-crypto investment platforms, you will see the link for Worthy Bonds right here. And the trick to the referral link and getting the free $10 in bonds, if you sign up with my link, you will receive a $10 bond after a $100 investment. So that is the minimum you have to get invested in order to receive the free $10 bond. But you will receive a $10 bond. I will receive a $10 bond. We'll both be happy. It'll be a good time. So if you sign up using my referral link, I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much for doing so. Okay, so here is the account page for my personal account. It is a very simple layout. There's not a whole lot of flashy features and a lot of things to catch your attention. It's a very plain and simple, straightforward page. That's one of the things I like about this. There's not a whole lot of confusion. It's just straightforward and right to the point. You purchase your bonds. There's 3 different categories, and let me go through the explanation of that. Originally, when they were selling the bonds, they had them in certain increments. Like they would have a group of I forget how many bonds it was, if it was a certain dollar value that they had available, and once they sold out of those bonds, they couldn't sell anymore until they got allowed more. So that's where the Worthy Pure Capital and then the Worthy Pure Capital 2 comes from. That's when they were having their groups of bonds that they were allowed to sell. Now, thankfully, they have gotten to where you can purchase these community bonds, where they're more or less unlimited. You don't have to worry about any bonds selling out and having to wait for the next batch to come available. This is just an ongoing, worthy community bonds that is unlimited. And all you do is link your bank account, deposit the funds in there, and then buy your bonds, and you just let it grow in interest. So in this first group, I had $1,000 I invested. I managed to buy a few more bonds from the interest that I earned. That's how I got 103 bonds. You see that it was a total of $1,010, $10 being that free bond that I got. And the total value was $1,041.45. So I earned $11.45 in current interest and bought another $20 in bonds at the time. I have made a withdrawal from this account. You can see right here, I made a withdrawal of $30 last week. Now, that is one of the downsides of this company that I need to warn you about. The withdrawals are very slow. So if it's funds that you need right away, you do need to plan ahead of time, plan accordingly, because it will take about a week for the funds to show up in your bank account. I'm not sure why it's delayed so long, but that's what it was. It took about 5 business days for me to get the money out. So that's one downside of it. It's not very fast, but that's just a minor inconvenience for me, because I'm mostly invested in this to keep the money in there and keep it compounding and growing that 5% interest anyways. Now, they do have a few different investment options. You are able to invest and buy the bonds manually whenever you want to, but if you want to sort of set things on autopilot, you can have the recurrent investment option turned on, where it will automatically buy a certain dollar amount of bonds on a specific date every month, if that's what you want to do, to sort of, not have to think about it and just constantly invest into the platform and let your money sort of grow and start earning that 5% interest. There is also a roundup feature. I haven't tried that, but it's sort of like other bank accounts and other credit cards, things like that, where you can sort of link it to, I guess, your debit card, and whenever you make a purchase, it'll automatically round up that dollar amount to the highest dollar and sort of put that change into this account. And once it's accrued enough to get to the $10 investment bond point, it'll automatically buy a bond on your behalf. Now, if you prefer to buy your bonds manually, the way you do that, you will click on this Buy Bonds button. Now, I'm not actually going to click on it in this video because it does take me to a screen that shows some of my personal information. I don't want to share that on YouTube. But you would just click that, and it'll ask you how many bonds you want to purchase at what dollar amount. It'll show your bank account information and have you check a few boxes, making sure that you acknowledge that you're wanting to transfer money from your bank account to buy these bonds, and then it'll tell you it'll take 5 to 7 business days for the transaction to process. And then from there, you just click the buttons and let it go, and in about 5 to 7 business days, you will have your bonds, and they will begin collecting their 5% annual interest. And now, one of the last features that I want to talk about of Worthy Bonds is going to be the interest reports. Of course, you want to see how much your money grows. You just simply click on the interest reports part, and it will bring you to this page where it shows you a breakdown of how many bonds you had, the average daily interest, and the total interest, and you can group it by monthly, weekly, daily, yearly, and just sort of gives you a breakdown of all the interest that's earned. So I started with Worthy Bonds back in August. Back in September 2019 is whenever I had the full 101 bonds, earning an average daily interest of 14 cents, $4.20 for the month of September, and then you can see the breakdown of each month from there on. So the last thing that I need to talk about is the customer service. I've never had to contact Worthy Bonds for anything, but if you need to contact them for information about your account, you simply click on this button in the corner. It allows you to send a message to their tech support. You're also able to look through their articles, search for a topic. Maybe there's something that's already covered in a previous article or frequently asked question, and you can go from there and get your questions answered through their support. So there you have it, guys. That is the company called Worthy Bonds. Like I said, it's very simple, straightforward, not a whole lot of extra features and stuff to be all confusing. If you found the information in this video interesting, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video, and also consider subscribing to the channel. I do a lot of couponing videos, cryptocurrency related videos, and just saving money in general. I try to release a video about once a week, but it just sort of depends on what my work schedule is and what I'm doing that week. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to check out the links in the description to the list of links where you can find the referral link to Worthy Bonds and all the other apps and websites that I use. Be sure to sign up for Worthy Bonds, get that $10 in free Worthy Bonds. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.